Hey guys, and welcome back to Grounds Family Farm. As you guys know, we've been working super hard to try to get this shed built complete because we are ready to have it done. We've had so many days worth of it already, but we're having to take some breaks because of work schedules and all that good stuff. In the last video, we showed you how we got it cleaned up and primed and ready to paint, and we were going to show you today us finishing the painting. We actually are on our second day of it because the first day we were in a big rush. We were trying to get things started because we had soccer to go to. Girls had their first games, and they both played really hard. They did really well. But I'm going to show you a little bit of that footage from the other day. The girls were involved. It got really messy and it was kind of crazy, but we all had fun. The girls opted not to help us today just because they did get so messy, and with that oil-based paint, oh my word, it is so hard to get off your skin. We all four of us had red hands and legs and everything the other day going into soccer. But we're going to show you what we've gotten done and let you kind of see how it looks right now and bring you along with us as we finish it. And then a little bit later, I'm going to take you down here and we're going to do some of the chores, kind of get everything ready because we have another soccer game tonight, and give you an update on all the animals and how they're doing. But I'm going to show you now what the metal looks like before we get started on the second coat.
Yeah, so I told y'all that it was going to be red, and boy is it red. Whenever, as you'll see in the footage we're fixing to show you of the first coat, before it dried, it didn't look quite as bright as what it does now, but I mean, it looks really sharp. I think after the second coat, it's going to be amazing. So we're going to get that knocked out, and then hopefully you'll be seeing a dried roof soon.
Yeah, this is exciting, and I love this color. I think this was a really good choice.
It's definitely going to stand out.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it for a long way. Hey guys, so now we are finally ready to paint this metal. It's cured for long enough, and now we can get to work doing the fun part. I consider it the fun part. Yeah. Kevin doesn't really care for painting that much, but the girls and I love it. So the three of us volunteered to do this part of the job. So what are we gonna have to do? Be really careful, right?
Because it'll try to get all over you.
Yeah.
And because it's not like normal.
Yep, it is oil-based paint, so we have to be extra careful with it. We all have our gloves on, and we are all wearing old clothes that it doesn't matter if they get a little bit on them, but we're really gonna try not to, even though I'm a messy painter and that really goes against everything. All right, so we're gonna put this can, I wiped off the bottom of it, so we're gonna set it right here in the middle. And y'all are just working to this side, okay? So to this ridge, here, you scoot down. You're gonna have to dip and then scoot down here a little bit. Y'all don't need to be right on top of each other. And we don't want it too thick.
Watch mommy before you do it. That way you can see how. Leave your paintbrush over the thing and watch mommy.
See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm getting the main parts of the drips off.
And then make sure that you paint the ridge closest to you last, so when you lean over, you don't get it against you.
Start farther away from you and then work closer.
Perfect.
Yep. Well, yeah, on the side of the ridge there. Yep. And if you start seeing some of the brown underneath it, then that means we have to re-dip.
Yeah, you may have to put a thicker coat on, or it's going to take more than one coat.
Yeah. And it'll take a little bit for your brush to have enough on there to where it actually doesn't just absorb it all. And
oil paint. It looks like orange almost.
It's very bright.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to take 2 coats.
Yeah, it's going to. It'll be okay. But
it's pretty though.
We can put an extra coat on tomorrow and have it ready to go in a couple of days.
I like painting.
Or if I were to have some extra time tonight when we get back.
It'll be dark.
Yeah.
Because the game ends at 8.
It's time to go to bed.
Now that it gets dark so early.
I know. That's the only bad thing about it getting dark so early.
You have more paint on it than us.
Yep.
Wow. We're 2 persons and people.
Yep, 2 people. But mommy's used to this too.
I don't.
Now make sure you go with the metal. So up and down this way. okay?
Yeah, because if we just do zigzags, it won't look pretty.
No. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be the roof, so you won't see it, but we still need it to look as nice as possible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to take 2 coats.
Oh yeah, I know it is.
Probably
With that.
1,000.
But it probably would have been worse if it had been a lighter color.
Oh yeah.
Because if we did black or brown, we wouldn't be able to see it at all.
All of us working, though, it ought to get done quick.
Huh?
So all of us working, it ought to get done quick, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Daddy has a paintbrush too.
Yeah, I just bought this cheap one whenever I was going to do the primer with it, but it'll work.
The primer is the brown stuff, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's the brown stuff.
I'll help Daddy over here.
And it is still really, really hot. So you can actually see some of this is trying to already like dry, some of the drips and stuff.
Yeah, you have to wipe over the drips.
Pretty
as hot
quick.
as it is.
Are we doing good, Daddy?
Yep, very good.
We're doing great.
Yeah, you're fast with the painting. Yeah.
We've been doing this a while. That's part of it. The lighting's a little bit different over here, seems like. So you can see this bright red better.
Very bright red. That's what it looks like.
It's beautiful.
Looks like traffic cone orange.
That's all right. Izzy got tired of painting, so she is somewhere else. Probably playing. Yep. Probably resting up before the big game. I think that's good for now. We're gonna let him spin it.
Second coat won't quite be as rushed.
Yep. But also, second coat will just be easier too.
Okay.
Except for just having to focus more about not having the imperfections. Because we don't want all the drips. We don't want drips and stuff. But aside from that, I mean, second coat is always easier in my opinion. So next step is for us just to let this dry. And we've got to see what the curing time on it is to see how quickly we will be able to actually repaint. But this is a good start. It's definitely a good start. It's not like we're going to be able to repaint it or paint the second coat right now anyway, just because we do have to go get ready so we can go to these games. But I guess we'll just see how long, if it's going to be tomorrow or, you know, in the dark with a light or what we're going to do. Okay, so Kevin just looked. The curing time is 24 hours, so it will be tomorrow evening before I do the second coat on this, because it is the afternoon right now. Like I said, we're fixing to get ready for the games. So when I get home from work tomorrow, because I work a full day tomorrow, I will get the second coat done, and after we let it sit for a little bit, we'll be ready to put it on, hopefully this weekend. So after the painting the other day and seeing how stuck all this paint was, we decided to go ahead and go buy some more paintbrushes. It's a little bit of an expense, but it's well worth the not having that headache of dealing with the dry, getting that paint off of those. So I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, because with water-based or latex paints, you can just wash them. This, you have to use lacquer thinner or acetone, something like that. And it just wasn't worth it for a $2 brush.
Plus, we honestly did not have time the other day because, like I said, we were rushing to actually leave on time to get to the first game and all that. And I mean, after the first game, we went straight into our second game, and we didn't get home until almost 9:30? Yeah, it was late. That's the last thing I wanted to do, was to sit there and have to try to get all that paint off at, nearly 10 o'clock at night. Plus, we hadn't eaten supper at that point. We actually picked up supper because it was just easiest thing for us to do. And soccer nights, we just have to do what we can do.
Yeah, and the thing differently on this coat is we're going to do it more like when I did the primer. and paint part of the sheet and rotate it around rather than trying to get up on the trailer and paint the other side.
Yeah.
That turned out to be a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one reason I think that we were coated in paint the other day. Which brush do you want? Want the big one? So we are going to attempt this with the paint between us here on this barrel, which has a piece of cardboard on it to hopefully prevent too much mess. We shall see though.
One thing I've noticed too is bugs are super attracted to this for some reason.
Yeah. So it may not be perfect, but it'll look a whole lot better than if we hadn't done anything with it. I'll get the girls to come out and take care of animals with me in a little while, but they're taking care of some of the chores right now so that they can be freed up for later. Plus we've got school to do in just a little bit. But while Kevin is home from work, we try to get some of our stuff done and then do
They were already
school.
working on school earlier, weren't they?
Oh yeah, Izzy was. Abby slept in a little bit because she was up a little later last night. Izzy already got math knocked out. Not saying she won't do any later though, because she loves math. She's one of those that'll get her school books out just for fun. So, oh, this is gonna be so pretty. We did wear old shirts again today because we did not want to ruin any good ones. I'm really glad we did with this wind. It's pretty rough. And I missed that edge right there, I see. That was my side. It's definitely a learning curve with this paint though, because with typical paint, water-based paint, I mean, a second coat is way easier than this. Usually a second coat is where you coast, but not so much. The way this stuff acts and dries and all that is completely different. I think that looks pretty good.
Like I said, as it dries, it changes, it seems like.
Yeah, the coverage on the other one seems so much spottier before it got done. So
We'll see how it goes.
yep, we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. And I might even be able to show y'all in a little while what that looks like. So, and for a day that started out so chilly, it has gotten quite warm. I'm burning up already. The wind's blowing, but that may not be the best thing right now since we're actually painting, but I'm trying to do a better job on my ridges this time. Because he had to go back and cover some of my mistakes, or missed spots rather.
The thing about it, this thing is going to stand out.
Yeah.
No hiding it.
No. You'll be able to see it from outer space as bright as this is. so I think we are done with this and we're gonna let it dry. We've got to go inside because he's got to get ready for work, and I've got to get some lunch made so that we can all eat and try to get him fed before he can go to work. But I will be back with y'all in a few minutes, and we're going to take care of the animals and go check on everybody.
And hopefully this will be dry before she gets finished, and you'll be able to see what it looks like finished. It's got to cure for 24 hours before it's completely done, but I think it's dry to the touch in like about 3 hours, so it should look pretty good at that point.
Think so. I'm excited about this. All right, guys, so I'm about to head down here and check on the animals. Kevin and I already fed them just a little bit ago, just because they were acting like they were starving to death, as they always do. And that way we could try to get everything done with the video and actually get them fed before it got really hot, because it's getting pretty warm right now. Even if there's a breeze going, it's hot. So I'm gonna take you down here and let you see how everybody is doing and see if we have any updates. All right, gonna come out here to the goat pen. You can see that they are content. So they're not coming up and bugging me for food or anything like that. Kevin said he's gonna go ahead and put a hay bale out probably tomorrow to give them something else to munch on, because they just got this destroyed like the last couple of days. Look at this girl. I feel like her sides have kind of ballooned out in just, you know, the last few days. So I feel like it's pretty safe to say that she's definitely pregnant. It'd be nice if she'd have a successful birth for multiple babies and wind up with 2 healthy ones. That'd be really great. I'd be happy with that. Hey, sweet girl, what are you doing, Carmel? Carmel is just a sweet little thing. She is always so loving, aren't you, baby? That's what happens with bottle babies, though. They stay friendly. You got some little horns on you. At least you're nice. Hi, girl. These 2 girls they're friendly to feed, and they're getting closer, but it's not like Carmel that's over here like nibbling on the back of my shorts. And these little boys are getting so big. They're almost as tall as the girls over here. Blizzard! Hey, Bubba. Were you napping? You're dirty. You're dirty. He just wants to be right up on my leg so that he can get some loves, because he is definitely one that loves cuddles. Yeah, did you get your belly full and take a nice little morning nap? You did. You did. This is where he stays every time I come out in this pen. Anytime I'm feeding or anything else, he is attached to my side, because he just loves us, loves people, and he's just a sweetheart. So glad we have him out here. Hey there, girl. Now, I know you're not pregnant, so you've just been eating. You've been eating a lot, haven't you? But these 2, if they're not eating, then they're hollering at you. And I know that this pen looks very, very bare as far as grass goes, but let me kind of pan around to show you our property and property beyond us, except for there's a pond way back there. Except for the area that's right around the water, has no grass. I mean, we are still in the midst of a terrible drought right now, and it is not fun. So that's why we're having to feed hay already. And we obviously feed them grain every day and all that good stuff, but it's just crazy to me how long we've been in this drought. Hi, sheep. Hi. Hey, Rascal. This is another sweetheart. I am so glad we have Rascal, because he is just precious. Blizzard, are you jealous? These 2 are competing for attention. Rascal's over here rubbing up on my leg too, because he wants me to stop and pet him. Look how thick his coat is getting too. Getting ready for winter. Blizzard, please don't lick my camera. I'm already kind of messy from the paint earlier because that was a lot that got everywhere. Like, it got my shorts, it got my shirt. Hi, sheepy. Hi. White sheep, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna mess with you guys. Hey, sheepy. She's just hanging out. Buddy, personal space. He keeps calmly just tapping me on the back of my leg so that I'll give him some attention. Rose, how long we think you got? Let me take a look. Are you making a bag? Maybe. Maybe. Well, it's hard to say. So I'm sitting here, and these three crazies are right up on top of me. Hey, I don't want you in my face. Hey, rascal. Hey, buddy. Yeah, this is what you get whenever your animals are friendly. They just want to spend all the time that they can with you. Hey, my heel is not to chew on, rascal. He's literally trying to nibble on my heel. Dude, personal space. You too. You too. Y'all are crazy. Wake you up from your nap and you just want to be loved on. That's all you want, huh? Yeah. It's amazing to me just how big Blizzard's gotten. Carmi, are you just being lovey today? Hey, Bubba. Hey. You're so sweet. Your haircut's finally lined out. It has. Okay, I've got one over here trying to lick the camera, and the other one over here just trying to get as close as he possibly can. Hey, sheepster. You finally decided to wake up from your nap. Feel her, look at her sides. She's getting big too. Maybe why she's laying around a little bit more. Hey, buddy. Now, I don't know which one of these is which on the two boys. The girls know which one is which by the color patterns on them. But I just know they're both pretty and both have gotten really sweet. And there's Mama. Hey, Snowflake. Hey, girl. She's still been nursing the babies, but they're not nursing as much as they were, so it's about time for weaning, I guess. We'll have to do that soon. Y'all may not like it. Rascal. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Rascal keeps trying to nibble on my leg. I don't know if it's where I got that paint on me earlier or what, which I cleaned it off, but still, I don't know. But we're gonna go down here and check on the donkeys and horses and Betty and Hulk. All right, guys, so now I am down here with the donkeys, horses, and Betty and Hulk. Gonna check on these guys. We did feed them a little bit earlier, so I'm not putting any more feed out just yet, but figured I'd bring you down here and let you see how everybody is doing. So right here we have Precious and Short Stack. Hi, babies. Hey, sweet boy. Hey. And there's Spice. Yeah, I don't have treats. I'm sorry. I don't have treats right now. Uh-oh. There comes Betty. She thinks I might have something, which I do not at this moment. But as I said before, we've already fed them for now and not feeding them again. They're licking the dust out of the trough right now, though. I guess since I'm here, they're trying to let me know. Hey, girl. Hey, don't. Hey, Pancakes. She's a sweet girl. You're kind of spicy. Hey, I did not come up here for you to be doing the most. All right, there's Penelope. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, Precious. Hi, Penelope. Oh, yeah, she turns around to get loves. And Precious just moves into a better position because he loves anytime anybody comes over close to him. And there's Daisy over here. Guys, she's still hanging in there. Still no baby yet. She definitely is a little moody right now, though. She does not want to be around everybody. Which I don't know that I can really blame her. Hey, short stack. Hey, dude. This guy is Precious. Spice. Do you really gotta be spicy to him? You really gotta be spicy to him. I don't get you sometimes. You don't want to be loved on, but you don't want him to either. Okay. Yeah, I see you, but you have eaten. Hey, Hulk. Hey, Bubba. Do you want scratches? He just woke up from his afternoon nap, so he's just kind of there. Hey, buddy. You want scratches? No? Okay. Hey, Comet. You just had to join us? Where were you hiding? Oh, Precious. Really? Really? You gotta take all this spotlight for yourself? All three of these boys are so sweet. Precious. You are such an attention hog. Hey, Hulkster. Hey. Yeah, I know you like scratches. So much. Yeah. You love scratches. You've been rolling in the mud, haven't you? We've been making sure they've got plenty of water and muddy areas to roll in, since pigs do need that, even though we are in such a drought, just because that's when they're gonna need it the most, seems like. Look how big this boy is. Are you gonna lay right here so I can get a better angle? Guys, look how spoiled this guy is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want your belly rubbed. I'm just on the wrong side. Am I gonna put you to sleep, rubbing your belly? Get him in just the right spot and he'll about roll over completely. At least one of you two likes attention. You don't care for this. Hey, I would rub your belly if you'd let me. But you won't let me. You don't like it. It doesn't have to be all about food every time, dear. This guy is so crazy. I think I about put him to sleep, y'all. Because he does love it whenever I come over here and scratch his belly, scratch his back. Yeah, we've got eyes closed. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I think I put the guy to sleep. I love that. Hey, Spice, are you gonna come over here and be sweet? Waffles. Waffles, Penelope. All right, Spice. We're gonna be sweet now. Guys, this is progress though with her, because when we first brought her home, she did not want anything to do with this really. She'd line up her back end and try to kick us, and just wasn't what I expected whenever we finally got the donkey that we were supposed to get. But her coat has gotten prettier. She's gotten friendlier to where she actually enjoys this time. And that makes me so happy. Because we love getting to love on our animals, and it was so hard when you weren't friendly. Yeah. You just didn't know how to trust somebody, I guess. Oh, look at those birds. Yeah, she just didn't, I don't think she knew how to trust anybody. You've learned that we're actually all right, haven't you? Yeah. And the scratches are good. The scratches are really good. And we love you. We love you a lot. just like all the rest of our little hoodlums. Because y'all are definitely a little hoodlum sometimes. Every one of y'all. I'm glad, though, that she's finally gotten over the skittishness. And most of the time, she's pretty nice to the others, too. Aren't you, baby? Hey, baby. Are you jealous of any extra attention that he's getting? Yeah, I don't have both hands free right now because I'm holding this phone, but yeah, now, if she is indeed pregnant, which, I mean, we don't know yet for sure, but if she is, her being friendly will definitely be a plus. That way, if or when the baby's born, then she can actually, let us around it. Oh, I want to show you Hulk over here. Laying in the mud tub. That's about the best thing to call it because they keep this thing so muddy all the time. You can change the water out, and in 5 minutes it is disgusting again. Hey, Comet. Yeah, Kevin's gonna put a bale of hay out here for these guys too. We just have to go get it from another part of the property. And he was running out of time since these guys cleaned it up so quickly. Because that's one thing I am not able to do is go and get hay bales and put them in there appropriately and everything. I'm afraid I might tear up the fence. All right, well, these guys have, I guess, exhausted the loves that they want right now. Except for Betty. She's just chasing me because she thinks I'm going to feed her if she chases me enough. But we're going to go over here. I'm going to show you how the chickens are doing. Since we've got the breasts and Lady Francis and those couple of ducks out there in the chicken pen. We'll go over there and take a look at them and see how they're doing. Okay, so down here in the chicken and duck pen, gonna see who all we can see. How is everybody? Where's my Lady Francis? Is she in here somewhere? Oh! Ever since the attack, she has been so skittish. But she's still alive. That's a big thing. Oh, looks like I got one chicken out there on the outside of the pen too. We'll have to catch her in a little bit. If they'll let me get close enough to see them. You can tell we've got a pretty good mixture of males and females on the breast chickens. So that's good. So we need those females for laying, but the males, we need a few of those too so we can hatch out new eggs. But there's one of our ducks. It's still there. Where's the other one? Okay, there's both the ducks. They're both doing great. We weren't sure at first, after the dogs had attacked, that they were going to be okay because we did have some issues with one of them limping a lot and was really, really concerned about that. But they're both walking fine now, and we've not had any issues out of them. So I'm really glad to see that because, I mean, we lost enough and we're devastated enough. We didn't really want to have to lose anything else like that. That's just, it was a terrible thing that happened, but we're so glad that everything's taken care of now and we can keep stuff safe. And these guys are not like as friendly as some of our others used to be, so we're having to work on that, but it's okay. So that's about as close as I get to these guys, just because they're not so sure about everything yet. Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you. You just don't know, huh? Yeah, they're doing well, and as I was talking about with the other two pens, we don't have a lot of grass out here, but It's just the way it is because of the drought. And when we finally get some rain, we are going to move these pens around. This one and the goat's pen over there. But I mean, there's no point in moving the pens right now because we don't have green grass to put them on. And there's not anywhere on this property. So we just have to deal with what we got right now and know that there's going to be rain at some point in our future because, I mean, it always happens. We always get the relief from a drought eventually. It just seems like it may be a few weeks out. I don't know. May have a super heavy rain this winter and be wishing that we had a little bit more of a relief from the rain. But that's just the way life on the farm goes. You just don't know. But I think I'm going to get back up here and show you how this metal is doing, and we can take a look because some of it's probably been long enough to where we can kind of see what the end result's going to look like. Okay guys, so I wanted to give you another look to see how the metal is drying. It is not dry to the touch yet, but it is looking so good. As we were saying while we were painting it, it may not look like it's all covered while you're doing it, but this stuff dries thick and it covers it a lot better than what you think you're covering it while you're painting it. Did notice in a couple places on this other sheet over here, we had some grass blow on it. I'm not going to pick all that off right now. Oh, and that one too. Just because I don't want to wind up smudging the paint by using my nail or whatever. But it'll be fine and we'll get it off later. Hopefully we can just take a light, maybe that unused paintbrush, and brush it off after the fact because it doesn't appear, I did get a big piece off earlier and it didn't appear that it was like stuck in the paint. So that's a good thing. But I think this is looking pretty good, and the next time you see us with this metal, we will be putting it up on the shed, and that is so exciting. I can't wait. But I think that's going to about wrap it up for today's video. I've got some other things to do. We need to get started on school and all that good stuff, and need to give this metal some more time to dry, and it'll probably be a few days before we can actually be putting it up on the building, just so we don't wind up scratching something, because I might cry, because this is a lot of hard work and it looks really beautiful right now. It would be a shame to mess it up at this time. But we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time at Grounds Family Farm. Bye guys.